Hi, beach friends. The beach is my happy place, and as of today, I've uploaded over 157 hours of beach-related videos to my YouTube channel, so I think it's safe to say I've spent a lot of time on the beach. Now, every single trip nourishes my soul, but not all of my trips are burned into my memory. Well, today is one of those days I will never forget. And you're in luck because I documented the whole thing and I'm going to tell you all about it. Now, it started very, very early. So I'm on a boat with what I assume is entirely full of other shellers. So I have my mouth closed and my eyes open because when you get to the island, you better be quick because I am not here with novices. Not everybody gets up in the middle of the morning to kind of get to the beach early, and the tide is going to be a negative low tide. So the opportunities are going to be amazing. Now, Milton hit the week prior. So this is on October 18th, Friday. I already mentioned it's quite early in the morning, and me and a bunch of shellers have just descended on Keewaydin. Oh, beach friends. So this is one of the things we're all looking for. Is it empty? Is it whole? So I've been on the island about 4 seconds. I think this is literally the first shell I picked up. It is a beautiful Florida horse conch. I know the light is really low. I apologize for that, but I had to choose either don't document it or get it a little bit grainy. So I want to wash it out, really kind of see what it looks like. Oh, I'm so excited. And I literally just got here. What is this? Is it another? Okay, that's an animal. I saw a little flash of pink, so I know that there's an animal in there. Let's take a nice look at this one. So this is the Florida horse conch. It is our state shell, and it's actually the biggest gastropod in North America. Now, I'm going to tell you all about this creature. I'm going to show you all the amazing things I find, and if you're ready to see what all is out there for us today, let's go to the beach. So I'm on Keewaydin, it's pretty early, and I've got a horse conch in my bag. Whoa. Now, I know it's hard to kind of tease out shapes and stuff, but that's horse conch number 2. Are you serious? So I know it's clearly empty. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to get the sand and stuff out of there. Oh, I want to rinse it out. I want to rinse it out and see how that looks. Oh, number 2. Good thing I got a whole bunch of bags with me. Oh, hello, beautiful. Oh, it saw me. So this is another one of the live animals. So that's what I'm collecting. The shells from an animal that looks like that. So the animals we take care of, we protect them because we love collecting the shells. And if we don't have animals, we're not going to have shells. So we are very nice to the animals and we only take the deceased, or we only take the shells. Wow, there's kind of a lots of opportunities here. All right, let me get this rinsed out. Yeah, let's do an old smell check. Ooh, okay, that's foul. And that's just the way it's got to be. I'm going to put that in my backpack. I'm not going to have enough room. I'm not going to have enough room in my shell bag, but look what's here. All right, so here's a lace murex. Here's an alphabet cone. Oh, I know you got lots of beach stuff on you. I'm going to overlook that. Oh, another one. Oh, so lace murex, 2 alphabet cones. Yeah, I'm just going to stick them right in my horse conch. Yeah, I'll just use that. That'll be my beach bowl for a hot second. Anything else here? Okay, here's a pear whelk. Yeah, that'll do. Lovely. Okay, little fighting conch. Oh, that's terrific. So yeah, I'm glad I came down here to rinse out that shell. Anything else? Here's another. Here's a little flash. All right, it's not a Junonia, but I'll take an alphabet cone. That is, yeah, I'll just pop that in my horse conch. Can you believe? Oh my gosh. So that is one of the reasons that today is going to stick in my memory forever. Forever and ever. That is a colorful moon snail. I know it's a little blurry. It's still, the light is still rather low. It's still pretty early. Oh, this is great. So very different. So down by the water versus the dry rack lines, the stuff that's up here, which is where I found the other two horse conchs. So I suspect I should, or at least I think I should spend some time up here. We all just kind of like locusts descending on a field of grain. Us shellers kind of just descended on Chiton. And it's really hard to kind of choose where to shell because there's just stuff everywhere. All right, there is a little horse conch. Look at the color on it. That bright red. It's beautiful, but it was broken. For me, that's a deal breaker. Now, this is actually a really fun shot. So this cone, yes. Now, I was laser focused on the cone, and I did not see the horse conch in the background. Not to worry. So I'm real happy about the cone. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still just like, wow, I didn't even see the horse conch that was sitting right there. I love technology. So look, there's the cone, there's the horse conch. Oh, but like I said, I didn't miss it. I would have been really sad. But as it turns out, I'm like, oh, hi there. So that is why sometimes I just kind of stare at like a pile so my brain can kind of catch up. But luckily I stayed in that same spot for at least more than 30 seconds and I was able to release my third horse conch of the day. Oh my gosh. And it's a good one. Oh, that's terrific. So yeah, and I'm just curious, and I'm only one of many people on the boat. You can only imagine how many horse conchs were found. So I'm going to rinse this off too. But on my way to the puddle, look at these true tulips. You are stuck, buddy. Oh, you're alive. Okay, yeah. All right, we need to, yeah, at least you're not tangled up in those roots anymore. Look at the shell color. Oh, that's beautiful. But there was another one. And at this point, no, you're probably alive, right? Are you alive? Yeah. All right, well, let's go rinse off the horse conch. Anybody else alive here? Low tide means creatures. You're absolutely going to see the critters. So you got to be careful. But the opportunities for the big ones. Oh my gosh. Number 3 horse conch. That's so awesome. All right, I gotta do some rearranging. So I got the 3 horse conchs are now in my backpack. My shell bag is now empty-ish. All right, that one has a critter in it. So let's see what other treasures are here to be discovered on Chiton. Oh, it's a mess. Oh, I love it. Oh, hi, lightning whelk. And you're empty. Well, green. Green's a good giveaway. Well, not really. I suppose you would maybe find a living. What about you? Yeah, you're pitted. Yeah, you might find a little bit of algae on a living animal, the lightning whelks or horse conchs. That's what I'm kind of just anything obvious popping out. So I picked up an apple murex and a fighting conch. Yeah, I just wanted to get a better look at it. A little sandy, and now that I can see, I'm going to leave you here, but that lightning whelk is going to come along with me. All right, I do see a pear whelk here. So that's a pear whelk, and okay, the animal is still there, that white piece. So I'm just going to, there you go. I know the tide is very, very low. The tide will be coming back in. If I had to run everybody out to the water's edge, that's all I would have been doing the entire time I was here. Luckily, that is completely unnecessary because the tide will eventually be coming back in, and we will see that. So it's finally starting to get a little bit lighter out now. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a pretty day. And all of the sand that I'm standing on right now normally would have water on it, but because it has that negative low tide, the tide is really low. And that also means more critters. So this is a live lettered olive. And can we please take a look at the siphon? So the siphon's that little thing kind of sticking up there, and there's a little notch in the shell. And so we'll find an olive a little bit later on, and we can kind of appreciate that little notch. Aren't they weird and awesome? So that kind of like undulating, I see that with the moon snails will do that too. This guy, the crown conch, oh, they're neat. Yeah, and they're voracious eaters. Those lettered olives, they'll eat pretty much anything. Okay, these are lightning whelks. These will be female lightning whelks because they're big. And I assume they're alive. I'm trying to actually see if I see the critter kind of coming out. And yeah, with this many experienced shellers and this large of a shell just kind of sitting here, probably a pretty good assumption it's alive. And that banded tulip, yep, that is alive as well. All right, beautiful creatures, you stay there. I'm going to keep hunting for something I can collect. Now, luckily, I do know the difference between a live sand dollar and a dead sand dollar. This is a dead sand dollar. Look at the pattern on it though. Sometimes they have like an alligator pattern. So some of them are just a little bit prettier. That one clearly has no cilia, completely flat, completely safe collectible sand dollar. Oh, here's another big lightning whelk with a little chiton on it. I have not seen one of those for years. And look at the color on this big whelk. If we dig out and we kind of look at the younger part, or the part of the shell that it had when it was younger, you can kind of see some of the coloration on it. So as the shell gets bigger, it's kind of like it runs out of ink in its little printer. So it gets a lot lighter as they get bigger. I love low tide. Oh, yeah, and every now and then I'll pick my head up and maybe there'll be like a dolphin or something out there. So yeah, so far Keewaydin is being pretty spectacular to me. This is a calico scallop. Pretty good scallops on this day, actually. That is a calico scallop. All right, and here's a rack line. Yeah, it was kind of hard. So what do I do? All the way down by the water. I was there, and then you kind of have a couple other rack lines, and then you have a high rack line. So there was opportunities everywhere. It was awesome. Oh, look, a true tulip and another calico scallop. Oh, that one's real pretty, and a true tulip. All right, granted, it's not like a big red one or one of those big chocolate ones, but still quite lovely. So true tulip and a calico scallop. Here's another bivalve. That is a calico clam. So I will pay some attention to these more common shells after, I've kind of collected all the big horse conchs and alphabet cones and things of that nature. All right, let's swing back up here. Let's see what's in this rack line. Oh, a big bay scallop. All right, it's got a little chip in it. Deal breaker for me, I know. Lovely color though. Lovely bay scallop. Oh, a little broad-ribbed cardita. Not to be confused with any of the other carditas. We really only have broad-ribbed carditas down here. All right, no shortage of seashells, clearly. Oh, look how pretty. So again, calico scallop. Just every now and then, sometimes they'll kind of have those bursts of colors on the pattern. A gorgeous calico scallop. Oh, hello, alphabet cone. What are you doing up here? Oh, that's great. Yeah, that is terrific. Awesome. Yeah, just sitting by your lonesome up here. Nope, don't worry. I'm going to let you hang out with all the other shells in my shell bag. All right, little shark eye. Yeah, with a little drill hole. So somebody drilled a hole in that seashell. All right, that is a buttercup lucine with a little hole. Kind of buttery. Kind of a buttery. A yellow prickly cockle. A little bit of yellow. They can get more yellow. I almost said yellower. Is that a word? Yellower? Oh, lightning whelk. And so see what I mean? When they're younger, they have all those dark, well, they're not always dark, but they have a lot more coloration than they do when they get bigger. A gorgeous dark lightning whelk. They used to say, or I've heard in the past that like the orangey ones are female and the darker ones are male. Nah, I don't know if I believe that, but I just think that one is lovely. Oh, hi there, Gaudy Nautica. Oh, the colorful moon snail is so pretty, it needs two names. So that more than often than not, you'll find that called a colorful moon snail, but us shellers like to call it a Gaudy Nautica. Now, this fighting conch actually kind of does look like it might be a West Indian fighting conch, and it turns out that there's no difference between Florida fighting conch and West Indian fighting conch. Still kind of upset about that, so I want to call it a Florida fighting conch. It's not called that anymore. This is a rough scallop. Very lovely. Its wings are a little different, kind of different on the bottom. And actually the shell itself has a pattern. It's kind of rough on it. Here's a calico scallop. Ooh, this other, oh, that's real pretty. Kind of kissed by the pink. A pair of lovely calico scallops. All right, another lightning whelk. It is a lightning whelk. I'm gonna leave it here. Just hang out with my scallops. Oh, so that's another little true tulip. The true tulips generally, not always, have really much more vibrant colors than the banded tulip. So that's a little true tulip. Oh, a little bay scallop trying to get away from me. Oh, you're too pretty to let go. Gorgeous. Yeah. It's nice because usually the scallops, we don't get a whole variety of colors. It's usually the reds and the yellows and the pinks. Uh-oh. This is a critter, probably someone was looking for the shell, realized it was alive. There you go, friend. I'll put you off back there. Okay, so we're back into the mess again. So I've wandered back into the messiness. Now this has been combed over and over. However, there sure is a lot of stuff here. So I imagine there will be something interesting here for us to inspect. Maybe there'll be some staring going on, just trying to see if anything reveals itself. Oh, okay, that's the smallest horse conch I think I've seen today. All the other ones were the adult large ones, so that's a little baby horse conch. It's interesting how orange the shell is, and as the animal grows, that color changes. And then the animal itself is that reddish pink color, which is really convenient when you're looking to see if it's alive or not, or if there's a critter in there. Let's look for that bright color. All right, what's going to reveal itself here? Yeah, I didn't even see that. I literally didn't even see it. It's hard to kind of tease out the different textures and what's half buried. Yep, those horse conchs are camouflaged really, really well, except for their body, which is that bright color. Now, Florida horse conchs are slow growing and they can live for several decades. So their long lifespan and slow growth make them susceptible to over-harvesting. So that's why it's so important to really take care of our little animal friends. This is just a banded tulip, completely safe to collect, but you'll notice all the live animals, they need to stay here at the beach. Oh, another nutmeg, fabulous. A lace murex. We'll wash everybody off. Okay, banded tulip, lace murex, and a little nutmeg nestled in there as well. Another fun fact about the horse conch, it's actually a member of the tulip family. So we have banded tulip, lace murex, and a nutmeg. Oh, and look at this nutmeg. Look at how different it is. So for you nutmeg aficionados, it's very ribbed in a different way. That's kind of neat. Neat nutmeg. Yeah, and the pen shells. Bearable worm snail. Oh, this is a lightning whelk. Oh, I think it's what? It's packed full of sand. Oh, you know what though? I see a hole in it. All right. Well, let's wash it off and see. Okay, I need that turkey wing. All right, let me grab that. All right. Now I'm going to head off to the water. Unless I see something else, I'm scanning. Since I'm heading there, anything else that needs to get collected? Yeah, probably that apple murex. Grab that. I actually think I just saw a white fighting conch. I'm going to pretend I didn't and make my way down by the water. Okay, let's take a look here. All right, grabbed another lightning whelk. Oh, that is swell. That is a swell lightning whelk. And a swell turkey wing, or a zigzag arc. That shell also has two names, like the Gaudy Nautica or the colorful moon snail. All right, that is lovely. And the apple murex. Yeah, you're looking okay too. All right. I'm glad I grabbed you. Now let's take a look at this one. All right, it does have a hole in it. Now, normally that would be a deal breaker for me, but it's on the back. You know what? It'd make it really convenient to hang on the wall. I'm going to keep it. All right, 2 lightning whelks, an apple murex, and a zigzag arc. Oh, another gorgeous horse conch. So this right there, that's its head. And they are the Florida State shell. They were recognized as the Florida State shell in 1969. And they are carnivorous. So they do eat other mollusks, including other conchs and whelks, and they use their powerful foot to kind of overtake their prey. And I think this critter saw me, so it's kind of retracting. All right, that one's alive too. Now, the horse conchs, they are apex predators within their range. So the Florida horse conch helps control populations of other snails and whatnot. And they play a significant role in maintaining the balance within the marine ecosystems. So in addition to making really fun shells to collect, they're important to our ecosystem. Oh, here's another little lovely orange shell. Oh, I assumed it was a critter. Oh, look at how orange that is. So in case you didn't know, I do have a thing for the fighting conchs. I fought it for a long time. I could not pick a favorite shell for years, but would you look at that? The way it's got a stripe with all the zigzags on it, and only really the juveniles have the zigzags. Oh, it's gorgeous. Another colorful moon snail. Oh, you're so pretty. Yeah, they're one of my favorites. Those, the lace murex, anything I guess with like a lot of variations, like the Florida, well, all right, the fighting conch, we'll just call it the fighting conch, but they're just so varied in color and the different little knobs. Sometimes they're knobless. Yeah, they just thrill me. Oh, lightning whelk, probably alive. All right, try to circle around the front. Can I see a critter? Can I? Let's see. Yeah, something in there. And what about... Oh, who am I kidding? That thing's alive. I mean, there's so many shellers here. Of course it's alive. It's probably been checked about 30 times. Possibly more. Oh, garbage. Excellent. I'll get that off the beach. Fantastic. Oh, all right. Is it gonna... Well... All right. It's most of a shell. I love that size. That size horse conch is my favorite. But I also kind of like it to be intact. And plus I kind of already have 3 in my backpack. So no complaining here. None at all. Oh, hello. And this is like the size that I really like. And is it? It's alive. Ah. So yeah, I'm going to put my hand down just to show you for size. Look at, oh, it's just a perfect little thing. Oh, you're darling. All right. Yeah. Stay good, little buddy. And the gaudy that was next to it, never saw it. Never saw it until like 5 seconds ago when I was looking at this footage. Oh, it's the stable. The horses are all in the stable hanging out. They're really cool. No wonder people like to collect them. Today was unbelievable. You had to get, today was one of those days that you had to get there first. You had to get there early. And what? Oh, yeah, that's just a piece. That's fine. Again, I do have a couple of things in my backpack to make me happy. Oh, it's just been such a fun day. I am going to be quiet though for a minute, and I'm going to let you enjoy some beach time. Now, a little flash of some spots caught my eye. Hello, alphabet cone. Oh, you're alive. All right, so this is a live alphabet cone. Interesting. I normally run into live ones over on Kais, but we're here on Keewaydin. So we're going to put this lovely live critter back out in the water. Kind of weird. I don't know. We all us shellers do it. You find the live stuff and you leave it. It's not cool. It's illegal. And I want to find a shell ethically, eventually in the future. I don't need to murder anything for it, so we're just going to stick to the empty shells. What a day. Okay, so the tide is clearly coming back in at this point. So that, yeah, look at it. That used to be all the way to the right. It was all dry when I first got off the boat in the morning. So the tide is really coming in. And we really didn't get a good chance to take a look at these. So this one's honestly my favorite, this orange one, the stinky one. Oh, it smells bad. It smells so bad, but it's beautiful. This, look at the size. So I guess the horse conchs, as they get bigger, they're going to lose their color as well. Sometimes there's albino versions of these, but these both are your typical, your standard horse conch. This one, I actually think might be in a little bit better shape than the last one. The top isn't quite as pitted. Oh my God, it was so thrilling to like show up and just start finding horse conchs. It was so fun. Yeah, I will never forget this day. That is a Florida prickly cockle in all its prickliness and its lovely purpleness on the other side, and a Florida cone, the party animal of the seashells. A Florida cone. All right, this aperture is only merely chipped. A very well behaved little snail. All right, garbage, excellent. I'm going to get that off the beach as well. And just in case you were like, ooh, I would totally bring a wagon. Somebody did. Go people. I mean, look at this. Look at all the shells left behind. So if you are curious how I got here, I took Hemingway Water Shuttle. You need to book your trip out to the island and then you book a second trip back to the marina. They are so nice. I would not hesitate to recommend them to get yourself to Keewaydin. And I'm going to take this garbage off Keewaydin. Get my garbage total up there. So what are we looking at? All right, that tide is look at how, yep, the tide is really, really coming at this point. And all us shellers, like the locusts, we have descended upon Keewaydin and found, I would imagine, most of the horse conchs, or all the horse conchs for today anyway. Oh, look at that true tulip. Oh, of course it's alive. Oh, the color is just outstanding. Great job, buddy. All right, you go do your little squishy thing. Oh, and a jellyfish. So that is a moon jelly. I guess they'll start showing up at some point. I guess, yes, spring is coming. Oh, there's my ride. So I'll be heading back to the marina. What a day, though. Holy cow. And guess what? So that garbage I took, it had a little surprise in it. That is an albino nutmeg. So that was kind of exciting. I'm glad I actually, well, of course I looked at the shells that were in there. And yeah, albino nutmeg, a little garbage removal bonus from the universe. Now, I did not include its weight in this total because I pulled it out. So I did collect 1.18 pounds of garbage off the beach. So in total, I've collected a little over 58 pounds of garbage off of Florida beaches. And I removed a couple of seashells too. So we'll start with the lightning whelks, including the one with the hole in it, kind of like a hanger, built-in hanger. The shark eyes, the colorful moon snails, the Florida cones, the rough scallops. There's some apple murex there. There's a nutmeg, lace murex on the right. Oh, the fighting conchs. Yeah, I picked up a couple. I do love them. So on top, there is a calico clam, buttercup lucine, yellow prickly cockle, Florida prickly cockle, lettered olives, a giant Atlantic cockle. We have some bay scallops, some calico scallops, some banded tulips, true tulips, ribbed cantharus, a little jingle, broadwood cardita, and turkey wings. What else we got here? Apple murex. I think we mentioned those. And then, yeah, the lace murex. We already talked about those. But, yeah, the most excitement for me was those cones and those horse conchs. And, I mean, the worm snails were fun, too. But, I mean, it was incredible to show up and have, like, so many massive treasures. It was amazing. Now, Patreons, I wanted to thank you because it occurred to me that because of you, I don't have to junk up my videos with like apps for donations or mouthwash or jewelry that connects to your phone. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to just go to the beach and produce the beach for you. We only have to talk about shells and things we find out on the beach. Speaking of the beach, next week we're going to talk about sand dollars. So I hope you have yourself a great week and I'll see you again next Sunday.